That's good? Okay.
Say your name for us?
Yes. Sure. It's Chief Kevin Friel.
And what agency?
The Hammonton Police Department.
Okay. Can you just give us some preliminary information? What
Sure. This morning at 11:25 a.m., our department received a call of a midair crash between two helicopters. As the crash ensued, one of the helicopters actually burst into flames. Luckily, there was not any industry or commercial buildings or populated areas it went down in. Unfortunately, the pilots of the planes, we located that the planes took off from the Hammonton Municipal Airport, that's Airport N81, and it was probably just a moment or two after their flight started that they collided. We have one of the pilots that received serious life-threatening injuries. He was transported by helicopter to a trauma center. The other pilot is a fatality. We have not released any of the information of the individuals at this point. We have to make notifications to family members, and we have the FAA and NTSB are coming to do their investigation as it's an airline crash.
Were they flying together? We heard from people who saw they were really close.
Reports were that they were flying in tandem, that they were flying close together, which is probably what caused the collision to occur. Again, I'm not investigating the air collision, that'll be FAA, but it was noted that they were flying in close proximity to each other.
In my understanding, there was just only one person on each aircraft, the pilot of each aircraft?
That is correct. That was confirmed from out at the airport from witnesses that observed that there was just one pilot per vehicle and no passengers on either. They were both private helicopters.
So there's two people involved in this?
That's correct.
And is it normal, and you may not be able to answer this, but is it normal for two helicopters, like civilian helicopters, to be flying that closely together?
It's not a very normal thing, although it has been noted that the pilots had done that in the past. They apparently are friends and fly into the airport, have a meal together at the cafe that's there, and we're leaving together.
So I just want to clarify, these are both private helicopters?
That is correct. They are private individual helicopters. There's not any commercial flight or any type of airline type helicopter.
Are they from this area?
I believe they are from the tri-state area. Again, I can't give any further information until we make notification to family members.
And how far did they get after they took off from the airport when the collision happened?
The collision is approximately about a mile from where the airport is, so it wasn't that very far into the flight from the airport.
So maybe they were in flight for a minute?
A matter of minutes, I would say.
It's pretty close to a house. Can you talk about just how lucky those people are?
Well, again, like I said, in any time that we have air collisions, we've had a couple crashes in my career here as a law enforcement officer. It could have gone a lot worse, and there could have been a lot more loss of life if, again, in looking around the area of that 1 mile radius, there's a lot of nursing homes, there's commercial buildings, there's a lot of things that could have really made it worse.
What happens throughout the course of the night and into tomorrow?
We have the area secured. It is, again, going to be investigated by the Federal Aviation Administration and the National Traffic Safety Bureau. So NTSB will be out responding as well, too.
Are individuals from those agencies here yet? FAA?
Yes, FAA has been on scene for a few hours now, and we're doing all the preliminary investigation. So things are going underway with that. And then, again, it was a follow-up with the Transportation Safety Bureau.
Are they here yet? Or are
they are not here yet.
Have you seen video of the crash? I know some people have been, some videos of this.
I saw one snippet, although there is, I hate to use the term fake news, there was one that was posted on Facebook that is certainly not the crash. It was a clear day in that video, and it was a grassy area. This was an empty field and wood line that was several, I would say probably several hundred yards beyond where a residence was. So again, very lucky in the instance of where this unfortunate incident occurred.
So they went down in a field, not like near the trees at all?
Both of them. One went down in the field and one went down right into the tree line.
How far apart are the two crashes?
They're very close together. It's, again, like I said, they were up in the air probably a matter of minutes, and the crash occurred very close proximity.
In terms of it being a rural area, can you talk about the response? Is it difficult? Is terrain difficult to get to? Like, what is that?
No, we had no difficulty. Matter of fact, we even had one of our off-duty officers respond in the area immediately, rendering aid to the one individual that was transported.
And just talk about that type of response. I mean, this is a pretty rural area. Like, what other agencies responded to this? I mean, it takes a pretty big response when you have.
Yeah, it does. And luckily, we work very well together here in Atlantic County. We had our municipal police department, we had our fire department, we had EMS respond, we had county emergency services respond for emergency management, and we had a couple other law enforcement agencies offering to lend a hand if needed out here. And like I said, we definitely have the FAA and the NTSB that is responding as well.
The two pilots, do you know the experience that they've had?
I would say that they are pilots that have been flying for quite some time. They, from speaking with the airport, that they were kind of a mainstay and were there quite frequently.
So they're familiar with this area?
Yes.
Okay.
What does it mean to have this emergency room be so close? I mean, were they transported here or are they somewhere?
No, they were flown from here.
Okay.
We have a helipad here at the Atlantic Care Special Emergency Division. So he was flown from here to a trauma center. This was a good area for a LZ, a landing zone. So that's actually one of the good things is in proximity here.
Can you just talk about what folks in this area need to know in terms of road closures, like where not to go, how long it's going to take to clear some of this, like what does the general public need?
Sure, yeah, and as we post on our Facebook page as well, we're just asking for local traffic to not utilize this area until we have the preliminary part of the investigation and get everything situated and safe for people to be able to transport through that area. We also have the state DOT that's out here helping with the road closure, so that's another plus.
But that could, I mean, just clearing the helicopters could take days, essentially, or you tell me.
It'll take a while. Again, it's NTSB is going to be the entity that's going to remove the vehicles because they basically almost piece them back together to see what the fault and failure was or whether it was a pilot error.
Anything else, guys?
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Anything else?
Thanks.